Hello students, I've tried to set up a home lab experiment that you can do to help you investigate refraction. Please don't go out and buy anything, only do this if it's safe to do so with permission. Make sure that you're only using things that are okay to use. So what you need though for this investigation is some piece of glass. Now I managed to find this, which is a vase, and I've had to put some water in it. I did try with a glass of water, because my glasses are circular, it doesn't work as well. So you may have a block of glass laying around, or a block of perspex, anything like that will do. You'll also need your protractor and a ruler, and again you will need a torch with that across the top so that I'm managing to get just a beam of light from it. So once you've got those things set up on a white piece of paper, the first thing you need to do is to draw around your piece of glass or your piece of perspex. Now we're going to investigate refraction, and this is what happens when light moves from one medium to another. And when it does that, it changes speed, and that has an impact on the beam of light. So we're going to place the beam of light going in. We're going to try and do it at an angle. Sorry, not a right angle. So we're trying to do it at an angle. Okay, it's not very clear, but my ray of light is going in here, and I'm just going to mark that. Going to mark right in the center of the beam where it hits the glass. Now on the other side, can you see that this is the main ray of light coming out? So that's what I'm going to mark up. Okay, once you've done that, you can turn off your torch and you can remove your piece of glass from the middle of the paper. So I'm going to use my ruler now to join together my incident ray. That's the ray of light going into the material. I'm going to add my arrow to show the direction of the light. I'm going to use my ruler to join up the 2 points on my refracted ray, and again an arrow showing the direction of the light. Now if I put my ruler between them, you can quite clearly see that something has happened there. The light has actually been bent and is going across the block like this. So something's happened to the ray of light, and we're going to take some measurements now. So this is where I need to bring the protractor into play. The first thing I need to do is to put it on the outer layer here, lining it up at 0. And I need to draw in a normal line. If you remember from the video on investigating reflection, the normal line is at 90 degrees to our surface. So just going to mark 90 degrees there, 90 degrees here. And then I'm going to join those two up. I'm going to do it as a dotted line, because it's not a real line. It's not something we've measured. Okay, so that is my normal. Let's label up a few other things. So this is my incident ray. And now I've got somewhere where I can measure the angle. So I can measure the angle of incidence in here. I can also measure this angle. So I'm going to call I2. On the other side of the block, we can look at the refracted ray. We've got the normal drawn in as well, and we can measure the angle of refraction. So just as you did for the previous experiment investigating reflection, please go and measure those angles and see if you can spot a pattern. And not only spot and describe the pattern, but for the higher grades, explain what's happening. So you need to be talking about refraction and what refraction does to light as it moves from one medium to another and back out into the original medium.